spot. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle. Beverley against Murray. Outside, George steps back and shoots. And he connects with the jumper.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Martin left side. Outside, Porter. And the pass to Jokic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Denver shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws. And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And here's George for three. It's hauled in by Gordon. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. To the inside. Stolen by George. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Beverley for three. Ibaka. And Ibaka is right there.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. And it's Jokic missing.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Leonard against Porter. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Murray against Beverley. At the elbow, it's Gordon. Murray right side. Back to Gordon. Stolen by Beverley. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And, you know, Beverley made his name with his defense. I mean, a clever player uses his quick hands to steal the rock. He also is physical and disruptive.
Here's Jokic. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And a deep three from George. That one no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. Gordon the pass to Porter. Stolen by Zubac. It's 2-on-1. Here's George. No good on the shot. Barton with some nice D. The Nuggets trail. Here's Murray. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Denver also making some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Porter. Austin Rivers comes in for Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Morris dishes to Rivers. It's Jokic top of the key. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
You know, the herky-jerky moves of Jokic are hard to prepare for or guard against. I mean, he uses them well to get these calls.
Denver making a switch here. Dozier's checked in.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Kennard, the pass to Jackson. The feed to Cousins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Hands the shot from the wing.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Morris looking over the floor. And the rejection by Jackson. Kennard for 3. Up again. The putback is no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Paul Millsap. Austin Rivers is out there with Morris. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Dozier in at the 3 spot.
You know, Cousins was part of the U.S. national team that won gold back in 2016. He said it was always a dream to play for his country, and when he got the chance, he didn't waste it.
Here's Millsap. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Millsap against Morris. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got 4 points in the quarter.
And, you know, this is where Millsap excels. I mean, a great interior scorer. He has the size and touch to pulverize defenses.
Sweet move. And Kennard lays it in. Good. Kennard's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
A 3 from Morris. That one doesn't go. And the Clippers will come the other way. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And that's not too difficult for DeMarcus Cousins now. I like that he doesn't settle for the layup there. Instead, throws it down.
Here's Dozier, covered by Morris. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. For the Clippers, Serge Ibaka. He's checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Paul George is subbed in for Jackson. I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Kennard for 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And that one's good by Porter.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
The shot by George, wide open. And again, it's the Clippers missing. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And a wide open look for Porter. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Lets the 3 fly with the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Morris has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Millsap dishes to Green. Back to Millsap. Shot clock at 6. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight. Kennard, the pass to Morris. Down low, here's Green. Feeds it to Barton. Pass to Millsap. They get it again. Cross contact on the shot. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He can certainly stroke it from deep. The three-pointer is not a shot that George is going to pass up.
Morris passes to Dozier. 1:07 left in the first half of the game. And McGee kicks to Dozier. The dish now to Morris. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You got to love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Back to Leonard. Unloads from 13. JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
From inside, and it's Green missing.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
That one good for two.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Here's Dozier, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. And for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through two quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Nobody near Leonard. And it's off from three-point range. Floats it up for Murray. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to...
Are you kidding me? Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Inside, Leonard with the steal. And he's going up for the alley-oop, and Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
Here's Murray. The Clippers grab the miss.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Jokic, no good.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
And it's George missing.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Murray pass to Jokic. Shoots over Leonard. Jokic, no good.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Barton.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
Leonard, the pass to George. Back to Leonard. Puts up a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers. Now here's Murray. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Jokic, no good. Los Angeles leading by 7.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
The 3 from George. No good on that one. And Denver the other way now.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
But when Porter is attacking, the defense is in trouble. Have to respect his ability to put it on the floor.
1:15 left in the third. And it's Leonard missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
The kick out to Porter. Off target with his 3. Jokic with the steal. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. The pass to McGee. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
And the Clippers call time here.
Take a break. Take a break. 3 shots.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from McGee. Clippers leading by 3. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Kennard's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Morris with the bucket.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Kennard kicks to Jackson. Rebounded by McGee.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Rivers passes to Millsap. Batum with the steal. To the middle. And Cousins throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers ahead. Up. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So on the floor for Denver, Jokic is out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Rivers. Back to Jokic. Over Morris. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Kennard for three. Clippers working now with the new shot clock.
Yeah, you know, Cousins, I think, is sometimes underrated as an offensive rebounder. That guy can get some putbacks for you.
Bobbed up there for Green. The shot comes out.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Jackson finds George. Back to Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Los Angeles with another miss. The Nuggets trail by 6. Dozier can't get it to go.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Passes to Morris. Jackson looking around. 5 to shoot. Pass to Cousins. Lets it go from deep. Denver grabs the miss. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Clippers?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Morris passes to McGee. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And it's 8 points for JaVale McGee. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's not a good play.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Murray against Beverly. Murray right side. And he gets the bucket.
And even at 6'5", that's not a giant by any means. Murray elevates high inside for these buckets. He's a high percentage shooter down low for sure.
Pass to Zubac. Kennard for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kennard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Buries the long-range jumper.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. To the paint, and stolen by Gordon. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Lots of room. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Barton, wide open. He fires. And the 3 off target. Leonard against Porter. Leonard dishes to Ibaka. That's a 2 from Kennard. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 10.
And you can sense that these fans
these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Murray against Leonard. There's the pass to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. There it is, the Staples Center. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Marjanovic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Cauley Stein in at the 4 spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Ibaka is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Now here is George. And it's George finishing it off.
PG showing that's a signature dunk from him.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Here's Beverley after Luka Doncic's bucket. A 3 from Leonard. Good on the triple.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has worked so hard on his shooting to become more consistent, specifically the 3-point shot.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Porzingis finds Hardaway. From 7. Good. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Now the pass to George. Jacks up a three. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Hardaway, no good. LA has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Leonard with no one around. Porzingis with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. George against Hardaway. In the corner, Marjanovic with it. Back to Hardaway. Marjanovic against Beverly, so they take the lead. Beverly with the ball. High post to Baca. George against Hardaway. Outside for George. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Paul George showing his offensive confidence right there, just letting that one go as soon as it touches his hands.
On the wing, Doncic. Porzingis, that's a 2. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubats. Josh Richardson's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Marjanovic.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Clippers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 1.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Here's Brunson. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis finishing strong that time. No doubt about that one.
Passes it to Beverly. And Cousins kicks to George. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Dallas has gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Well, the D can't give Richardson that kind of lane to the basket. He will jump all over any available space.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. The Mavericks also with a sub. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. Now here's Cousins. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Off target from outside. Here's Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he makes the first.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Brunson. Pass to Finney-Smith. It's stolen by Morris. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Brunson up top, guarded by Jackson. And the shot goes in.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Clippers trail. Outside Jackson. For the three. The shot, no good. It could go. No good on the last second attempt there. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Doncic. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Kennard's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 3.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And here's Kennard after Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer. Over Hardaway, and it's good off the back rim and in.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Hardaway with a wide open look. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Kennard, the pass to Morris. Can't hit that one. And it's Dallas the other way. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Doncic. No good on the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hardaway passes to Finney-Smith. Jackson against Doncic. Powell down low. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point game. Kennard finds Morris. It doesn't go for him. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Out to Doncic. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance
inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring. And if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Richardson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Brunson. He kicks to Richardson. Here's Porzingis. Outside, Redick. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
Now here is George. Back to Beverly. To the middle. Here's Ibaka. Gets a very good look and converts. Ibaka's got his first points of the game.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
We've got 1:08 left to play here in the second quarter. Richardson attacking. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Richardson playing with boundless energy, great at going into the physical defense and drawing the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Beverly dishes to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Here's Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up and banks it in.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Now Brunson. Outside, Redick. This one for three. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. A shot by George. Wide open. And another three for the Clippers.
Well, Paul George just felt out the defense there. And because they weren't close, he could just pull up.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Brunson. 11 seconds left to play here in the half. It's not going to go for him. And stolen by Redick. Here's Richardson. He dishes it to Powell. Back to Richardson. Leonard with the steal. And that'll do it for the first hit. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, back. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And that should...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Leonard, no luck. Mavericks leading by 4. Redick for 3. Got a piece of it.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
That one wide left. Redick surveying the D. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. George passes to Beverly. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Down low. And Ibaka slams it in.
A good job of reading the pick and roll there from Patrick. You give him a passing lane, he's going to get to it.
From deep. And it's Doncic missing. Clippers trail by 4.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
And it's Doncic missing. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. A 3 from Leonard. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Ibaka finds Leonard. For the lead, it's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside, Redick. Doncic outside. This is the foul. Richardson outside. Just 5 on the clock. The drive by Redick. Can't get it to fall. And an intentional foul right there. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Josh Richardson. Now, here's Kennard. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Doncic against Jackson. The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Kennard kicks to Jackson. Batum wide open. He fires. Los Angeles with another miss.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Doncic scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Luka Doncic. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. The pass to Cousins. Back to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Pass to Brunson. Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Morris. 6 to shoot. Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. And the layup's good off the glass. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Here's Finney-Smith. Takes a 3. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's stolen by Marjanovic. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Now here's Brunson. Ball stolen. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
And here's Brunson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Out to Hardaway. Fires from deep. Cans it from downtown. Hardaway has got 6 points.
Well, it's really important for Tim Hardaway Jr. to find some more consistency from the three-point line.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Mavericks lead by 9. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Porzingis is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 down low.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Now here's Brunson. And the pass to Kleber over Leonard. That one a little long. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Then for the Mavericks, J.J. Redick's checked in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. From deep. The shot by George, no good.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Stolen by Beverley. From the arc. Kept alive.
Well, positioning is one thing, but having the go-go gadget arms that Paul George has to get that rebound helps out a lot.
Doncic with it. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 10 points in just the second half.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Now, here is George. Inside. Wide open look here for Zubac. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Mavericks leading by 7. Redick for 3. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. George against Redick. A clear look for George. Mavericks with the rebound. The 3 for Doncic. From beyond the arc and then some. Doncic has got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's George missing. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. The shot by Redick, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Now, here's Doncic. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th.
A really good decision there from Paul George, quick to find the open man.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. The 3 ball. And the wide open shot from Redick. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Clippers trail by 10. Launches the 3. George, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in. .104
left to play here in the 4th. Passes it to Kleber. Uncovered. No good on that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Just love to keep a sidetrack here of how many times these hustle and heart plays go Patrick Beverley's way.
Now here's Doncic. 36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. There's the triple. Cauley Stein kicks to Kleber. Dallas moving it around. No good on the 3.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better. Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Doncic, no good. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Kleba. From deep, George off the mark. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The bronze likeness of Lakers And
good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Covington in at the 3 spot. And for Los Angeles, Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Beverly in at the point. Now, here's Lillard for 3. The rebound by Paul George.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Leonard. An easy 2 points on the layup. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And it's George missing. Here's Giles. Sent it by Ibaka. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
It's his first trip to the line.
And I look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year. 78%. So not too bad.
And it's the Clippers' ball. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. The shot by George, no good. And it's McCollum off the drive. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost. And when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard against Beverly. Entered on the wing. Clock at 6. The dish to George. Elbow shot is on the way. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi. Aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
McCollum against George. Stolen by George. And now the fast break. George with the ball. The putback.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. From the arc. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Clippers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Leonard the pass to George. Yes, that goes in.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Lillard with it. It's McCollum on the wing. 6 on the shot clock.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
George, no good.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Batum wide open. He finds a 3-pointer, no good. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. 4-point game.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Outside, George. Los Angeles with another miss.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Now, here is George. Here's Leonard. And he can't bank that one in. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lillard, Nurkic. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Leonard, that's for 2. And he hits the jump shot. Leonard's got his second basket.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Lillard against Beverly. The tray. It's hauled in by George.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Clippers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Pass to Cousins. Back to Jackson. And here's Kennard. Lets it go from deep. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by... And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got Collins. Also Enes Kanter out there. Anthony is out there with McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
A knockdown shooter with excellent range. Kennard gives your offense the floor spacing it needs.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Ande Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Collins. Jones comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons. Portland trailing here. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Yep, it counts.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now Powell, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Jones, no one around him. A three-pointer off the mark.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Rebounded by Anthony. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Zubac, the pass to Kennard. Three-pointer. Portland grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the team. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Leonard dishes to Cousins. Back to Leonard. Shoots over Covington. And again, no good by the Clippers. Trailblazers leading by 3. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Giles kicks to Covington. Portland again missing.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
That one falls. Leonard's got 6.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
Lillard, right side. There's the 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Can you believe it? He's missed every shot he's taken. Yet this team still continues to hold the lead.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Here's Leonard. Tipped away.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Jumps up. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And that's a great effort. Fast break opportunity for DeMarcus Cousins, and he doesn't waste it.
Here's Lillard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 11 seconds left in the first half. Passes it to Simons. From deep three-point range, tips it up, and it's good. But hold on, the officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Well, he's been an elite scorer. And that should do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Portland, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Clippers trail by 5. Now, here is George. That shot, no good. Good D by McCollum.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Beverly with the ball. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. 13 feet away. And the Clippers miss again. Portland leading by 7. Here's McCollum. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam. Clippers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's George. Ibaka, no luck. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Hollis Jefferson finds McCollum. Back to Hollis Jefferson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago, an average number in that regard.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Jusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Powell.
Excellent pass, PG-13. keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Lillard scanning the floor. McCollum outside. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Portland again missing.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Nurkic with the steal. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
McCollum against George. Looking to end his cold spell, and it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
As soon as he had the ball in his hands, he put the pressure on the defense and found the opening.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. George looking over the floor. And again, no good by the Clippers.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
And here's Jones. No points in the game yet for him. 6 to shoot. To the left wing. Pulls up. And that one goes long. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Down by 12. Yep, that one goes.
Patrick Beverly likes to play aggressive. Plays at a high pace. Nice finish off contact.
Now Powell. Beyond the arc. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. And George, here we go. No good that time. Good work defensively by Anthony.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
Kicks it out to Jones. Up again. Cantor, the pass to Powell. Outside, Jones. Here's Powell. Goes up again. From deep. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Clippers trail by 10. Here's George. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Filing to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes him pay.
Portland with the ball.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Clippers now. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And the miss. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers bringing the... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter. Giles is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2 spot. Now here's McCollum. From deep three-point range, buries it from three-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
I don't think the range surprises anyone anymore. CJ can shoot the lights out from any position.
Kennard with the ball. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's how you run pick and roll. Kennard's a smart player who's gotten better at creating for others.
Lillard against Beverly. Covington kicks to Lillard. Down low, here's Nurkic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 8 points for Nurkic.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Kennard against McCollum. Back to Beverly. The pass to Zubac. Misses from short range.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Lillard against Beverly, and stolen by Patterson. Here we go, one-on-one. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Patrick Patterson. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And George is subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Outside Leonard fires the 3. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Kennard for 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Got a piece of it. Giles the pass to Covington. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 5. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Here is Lillard. McCollum outside. Lillard against Kennard. Outside Covington. No good on the triple.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Good on the three-point shot. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
Always a threat to get to the rim. This time, Paul George pulls up and buries it.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Lillard outside. Nurkic finds Lillard from deep three-point range. The Trailblazers rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
And here's Leonard from three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Giles. Dishes to Lillard. McCollum outside. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Lillard. McCollum outside. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Now Lillard. Here's Giles. And the shot no good, a bit short. Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
Now here's McCollum. And so it's Portland winning this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A beautiful skyline of... And we've got...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in a two-guard. And for Denver, Aaron Gordon out there at Bol. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Beverley. To the middle. Here's Leonard, the 15-footer, good.
And part of what makes Kawhi such a great player is that jump shot. You can't just worry about him attacking the basket.
Here's Murray. Over to the wing, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Here now, the Clippers. George passes to Leonard. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Porter finds Jokic. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Out left to the wing. Zubac the pass to George. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does. And that one is good.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Porter, and he banks in the layup.
Always good to see the young fella Porter Jr. outwork the opposition on the glass that time.
Outside, George. Poked away. Jokic with the steal. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now, here is George. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
At 6'10", George is really capable of dominating inside. I mean, defensively, you need to try to push him out of his comfort zone, get him out of that lane area.
Here's Jokic. Back to Murray. There's the dish to Bol. The kick out to Porter. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Jokic. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure. Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
Murray, good.
Love how creative Murray is with the ball. Just dribbling through defenders like he's out there by himself.
Beverley looking around. Pass to Ibaka. Dishes it to Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. Back to Ibaka. And it's Denver with the rebound. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Passes it to George. Ibaka in the post. He's against Gordon. Ibaka, no luck. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Bol, the pass to Jokic. Over Ibaka. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Bol.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
Beverly against Murray. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the inside. Stolen by Gordon. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. To the paint. Morris with the bucket.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
That will count. And that one released in time, but no good. It's all tied in Denver. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Denver. JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the small forward spot. And here is Morris. Launches it. No good that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Throws it up high.
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The kick out to Barton. The Nuggets with another miss. Los Angeles leading by 4. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan. Not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Morris, no good. Clippers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. This one for 3. Morris, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looks good from here.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. So both teams changing it up here. Now here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kennard's shot is off. Here's Morris. The putback. Barton, great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, you know what? I think Barton does a nice job hitting the boards. Would love more of that kind of intensity from it.
Beverly, the pass to Cousins. He dishes it to Morris. The 3. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. The Nuggets trail by 7. Bobbed up there for Green. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here's Mann. Off target from three-point range.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down. He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Beverly finds Kennard. 1:25 left in the first half. And there's the pass to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Morris dishes to Barton. To the middle, here's Millsap. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Morris throws it down.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
And that one's good. Millsap.
And I think this is where Millsap is most effective. Close to the rim. He has a commanding presence.
And here's Morris for 3. Denver grabs the miss. It's Barton with the drive. Morris with the rebound.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
It's good. Kennard's got 7 points in the game.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Morris passes to Green. Right side Millsap. Inside with 2 seconds left. He doesn't hit that one. And the first half is now in the books.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the and
we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Murray finds Jokic. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Leonard with the ball. Here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Wide open look here for Murray. Drains it from beyond the arc. Murray's got 9. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
A second chance effort. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. George looking over the floor. Clock at 4. Over Porter. No good from Zubac.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Count it. Good.
Well, you must respect Porter Jr.'s scoring ability. I mean, he is terrific connecting from the mid-range.
Outside, George. He squares up and sinks it.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Down low, here's Jokic. Hits the layup after the sweep pump fake to freeze the D. He's got 6.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Shoots from 14. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bo making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
George passes to Zubac. He gets that one.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Beverly against Murray. Jokic, it's hauled in by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. George finds Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. For Denver, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And the technical free throw is good. The offensive rebound. He kicks it to Morris. Barton, wide open, he fires. And again, Denver, no good. Clippers leading by 5.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Steps back and fires. Unable to get that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. Now Jackson. In the corner, it's Morris. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Dozier kicks to McGee. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Millsap passes to Morris. Back to Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And this is what happens when Millsap gets deep inside. Superb at finishing with force.
Outside Jackson. Lets it go with a 3. That one's not going to go. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Los Angeles on top. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Clippers leading by 3. We've got Green. Austin Rivers is out there with Monte Morris. Then there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And finished off by Rivers.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And not the most flamboyant dunker, but Ibaka goes to the rack with rude intentions nonetheless.
The Nuggets shooting well. They're at 45%. Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Gordon. Jokic with it. Defended by Ibaka. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Jokic.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
3-pointer, Barton. Kennard with the rebound. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 46%, making some buckets. A shot by Batum, no good. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Murray kicks to Millsap. Pass to Barton, back to Millsap. He lobs it up, and it's McGee with the jam.
This kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. And the wide open shot from Morris. They get the rebound. Beverly for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Dozier passes to Barton. To the inside. Here's Millsap. Hits the layup after the sweep pump fake to freeze the D. Millsap's got the lead up to 3 now for Denver. And the Clippers call time here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Batum. Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. We got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
And here's George for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. And it's the Nuggets ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Porter, no luck. Clippers trail by 5. Kicks it out to Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. Now here's Leonard. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Monte Morris. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Hey, when you've got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Murray against Beverly. Now here's Murray. Guarded closer. 5 on the clock. Jokic kicks to Murray. Shoots the 3. No good. Shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard with the ball. Now Bol defending. Ibaka outside. Over Jokic. Denver grabs the miss. 59 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Back to Porter. Here's the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
George, no good. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And a wide open look for Porter. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Boy, defense non-existent there. But they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Launches a three. Here's Zubac. Leonard the pass to George. From past the arc. That shot off. And he commits the intentional foul. Murray outside. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And Murray has a full package. I mean, he's a deadly shooter and a surprisingly good penetrator, too. A terrific guard.
Here's George. And that one drops.
And because of Paul George's...
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do. We are...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverly. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for Dallas, Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Hardaway for 3. They get it again. The shot misses. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
A putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And George kicks to Batum. Fires the 3. The Clippers keep it alive. Takes a 3. Another miss by Batum. Dallas has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. On the wing, Doncic. Lays it up off the glass.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Leonard on the wing. Puts up a three. Drills the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Now Ibaka, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. And here's George. From 17 feet out. That one off the back iron and out. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
The three for Doncic.
You got it. Come on.
Poke loose.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Leonard's got 5 now.
What a smooth-looking release from Kawhi Leonard. Doing work in the mid-range. That is his comfort zone.
Doncic against Beverly. And that one's good. Doncic. He's got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Shots good by Ibaka.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Pass to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
I like that decision right there. Don't try to force a shot inside. Kick it out.
And here's George for 3. Batum wide open. He fires. Leonard on the wing for the 3. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
On the wing, Hardaway. 50 seconds left in the first. And that one's good. Doncic.
Well, that's about decision-making and being comfortable in the pick and roll. For Luka, he's been there and done that.
Pass to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Outside for Batum. Feeds to Ibaka. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Doncic. Mavericks leading by 8. There's the pass to Marjanovic. It's blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And here's Doncic from the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And stolen by Richardson. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Maxi Kleber is out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Richardson in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset.
Pass to Kennard. The shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Cauley-Stein from down in the low post. It goes. Cauley-Stein's got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And that one's good. Beverly.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverly finding a driving lane and finishing.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Inside. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. Up the floor. Look at that.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Kennard's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 12. Richardson attacking. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Cauley-Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
On the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Josh Richardson. Nicolo Melli comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Maxi Kleber. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Jackson's checked in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Porzingis.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Luka Doncic. He's checked in for the Mavericks. Mavericks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Stolen by Jackson. Fires from deep. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. The Mavericks shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Here's Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Doncic looking it over. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Jackson passes to Mann. Cousins inside. Guarded by Porzingis. Here's Jackson. And he overshot that one, missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Cauley-Stein. And with the rebound. Clippers trail by 11. Doncic with the steal. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Nobody near Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist in this one. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Melly, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
We've got 28 seconds left now here in the second. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 10. Down low. Here's Leonard. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. That one drops for him. Cauley Stein's got 12.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
And so it... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Some incredible work in this one by Willie Cauley-Stein. He had 12. And that does it for our...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been one outstanding game from Willie Cauley-Stein.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Ibaka. Paul George is out there at Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 4. Kicks it out to Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Marjanovic. Here's Hardaway. Pass to Marjanovic. Beverly against Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Listen, we all know Luka Doncic can score, but equally impressive to me is his playmaking ability.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, how about the frame and the concentration of Serge Ibaka? What an interior finish that was.
Doncic finds Hardaway. Here's Marjanovic. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
How about the shot mechanics of your 7-footer? Kristaps Porzingis is efficient in catch and shoot.
And George, here we go. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Now, here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. Pass to Marjanovic. Batum with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back.
Oh, look out. Wow. Strong finish.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
George dishes to Beverly. The 3. Lob pass to George. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And The irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Beverly against Doncic. Ibaka drawing the double team, and Leonard has it in the corner. He dishes it to Ibaka. From deep, George. It's tipped. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Porzingis has got the ball. And it's Doncic missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss.
Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
Doncic outside. The pass to Marjanovic. Richardson gets a wide open look. No good from outside. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing here by 8. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to the rest of the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
George passes to Batum. A nice shot by George.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Doncic outside. Marjanovic finds Hardaway. Doncic outside. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
You cannot let Doncic get established on the interior. This guy feels very comfortable wherever he is on the floor.
Passes to Beverly. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic outside. Kicks it out to Richardson. Offline with his 3. And so it's Dallas with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Here's Brunson. And the rejection by Jackson. And stolen by Redick. To the paint, Brunson. Back to Redick from about 16. And he drops that one in. Redick's got his first 2 points.
Gets his shot off with great quickness. Redick knows he has the green light to take those.
Kennard for 3. That's tipped. Dallas leading by 10. Here's Cauley Stein. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
The Clippers shooting in this game 45%. Redick against Kennard. Jackson kicks to Kennard. To the middle. And the dunk by Zubac.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Runs in the pass to Finney Smith. Back to Brunson. 6 to shoot. A wide open shot from Redick. That 3 off the mark. Clippers trail by 11. That's a 2 from Kennard. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Brunson kicks to Finney Smith. Reddick for three. Dallas no good that time either.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Kennard's shot is off.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
And J.J. Reddick good for three. Reddick's got 5 points now this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless. Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's Brunson. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A 12-point game. Here's the break. Reddick for three. Sinks the triple.
Pull up, catch and shoot. It simply does not matter. Reddick will unleash his picture-perfect form in any situation.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Mavericks leading by 15. Jacks up a three. Brunson finds Reddick. Here's Powell. Morris with the rebound. LA has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Dallas.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're up by 11. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
In the corner, Marjanovic with it. Pass to Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D. Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Well, for the Mavericks, they can just run out the clock. Hardaway from outside. Marjanovic kicks to Hardaway. Doncic against Beverly. Stolen by Beverly. George with no one around. Misses the shot. So no problem for Dallas. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. We bring you tonight into Portland over the Burnside Bridge on a gorgeous evening here in the Pacific Northwest.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Baca is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in its shooting guard. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Norman Powell. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Lillard in at the 1. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Lillard outside. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Lillard outside. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Covington finds Hollis Jefferson. Kicks it out to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop 3 straight to start the game.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Back to Lillard. In the corner, Powell with it. Lillard outside. Now the pass to Hollis Jefferson. The Clippers grab the miss. And it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Beverley against Lillard. And yes, it's good.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lillard against Beverley to end the run. And it's Lillard missing.
Yeah, early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Leonard, no luck.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Powell finds Hollis Jefferson. The shot, no good.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make. And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Beverley with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Nobody near Leonard. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Lillard kicks to Powell. 1:53 left to play in the first. Here's Nurkic. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Clippers leading by 12. And here's George for 3. Lillard with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the dunk by Powell.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
For whatever reason, they came in a little tight tonight. That should loosen them up.
Now, here is George. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Powell. Following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Lillard misses.
And a bump this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Ande Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Portland. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson, he's checked in for Patrick Beverley. Now, here is Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers. Stolen by Jackson. Now the Clippers moving it up. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
We've got Anthony. Derek Jones is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Collins, and it's Cantor in at the 5 down low. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. And Collins is right there.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Jackson passes to Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
McCollum against Jackson. Here's Cantor, and the rejection by Leonard.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star
No
last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Norman Powell's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Cantor throws it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Simons. 6 on the shot clock. And it's off from three-point range. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Powell finds Anthony. Took him no time at all on that one. Anthony's got his first points in this one.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Passes it to George. The shot's good.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Trailblazers trail by 9.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Out to Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Simons surveying the D. No good with the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
And the dunk by Powell.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Knocks down the 3 ball. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
A knockdown shooter with excellent range. Kennard gives your offense the floor spacing it needs.
3-pointer. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 10. Stolen by Cantor. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Powell, no one around him. It's hauled in by George, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Leonard, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Kennard. Now Leonard. He has 6. Pass to Ibaka. Great D that time from Nurkic. And so it's Los Angeles.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. And you think about how Kawhi Leonard is able to dominate from the position at both ends of the floor. Thanks for joining us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the 3. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Leonard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 8 points.
This is what Leonard gives you. Reliable, productive, churns out positive plays.
Lillard against Beverley. Lillard attacking, and that one drops for him. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game. Free throw good. Serge Ibaka.
Serge Ibaka has gone through a lot of roles since he's entered the league. Now pretty much a shot-blocking stretch four.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Lets the three fly. Drills it from outside. 9 points in the game so far.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Now here's Batum. Now the feed to Ibaka. Back to Batum. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And that's now 6 points for Nicholas Batum. Kennard against McCollum. Now here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. McCollum finds Nurkic. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Everly with the ball. Clock at 6. From outside the arc. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Batum, good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Trailblazers trail by 14. In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Clippers have gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. And a miss there on the triple. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter. 50% from the field. McCollum, no good. Los Angeles leading by 14. A 3 from Leonard. And Ibaka slams it in.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
Here is Lillard. He's got 9. To end the drought. Hollis Jefferson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Batum with the ball. Hollis Jefferson's there. Here's Kennard. Here's Batum. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Batum's got 8 here in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lillard surveying the D. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Leonard. Offline with the baseline jumper. And so it's Los Angeles with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Collins, C.J. McCollum out there with Jones. Then it's Anthony, and it's Cantor in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
You see the feel from DeMarcus Cousins, tracking down the miss, then making good on the second chance opportunity.
Here's Jones. Back to McCollum. And he finishes nicely on the way.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
George passes to Cousins. Jackson with it. Back to Cousins. From downtown. He can't get that one to fall. Now Portland takes it the other way. Pulls up from the corner. Misses off the right iron. Los Angeles leading by 16. In the corner, it's Morris. Jones against George. 2 points. That one goes.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Back to McCollum. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
It's Collins with the drive.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Jackson kicks to Cousins. Now the dish to George. Back to Cousins. Misses the 3. And it's Jones with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 16. And Collins is right there. Collins has got 4 points this quarter.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
George against Jones. Step back shot, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
McCollum outside. The pass to Cantor. Back to McCollum, stolen by Jackson. The 3 from George. The 3 ball nailed from three-point land. And the Clippers lead by 19.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Sometimes it's a matter of pride. Answering back with a 3 of his own.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Collins. Norman Bowles checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for George.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Anfernee Simons. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. Lillard way outside. The shot off that time, so the Clippers will take it the other way.
Eyes on PG.
Batum wide open, he fires. Off target with his 3.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Lillard with no one around. Hits it from three-point range.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
George with no one around. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Anthony's shot is off. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep. George, no good. And Portland has possession. It's an 18-point game. Lillard misses. Beverly deciding where to go with it. And no good. From deep. Can't connect. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.